Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Movie Merc. I'm your host, Parzival. Tonight we're going to be talking about a movie that I shouldn't really be discussing until later on this year, fall, Halloween time. But the movie that I just saw recently really sparked something inside me, and I had to get to work. So let's get to talking about it. Tonight's movie that we're going to be discussing is kind of perfect because it's a little bit late for me to be posting a movie, but this movie is called Late Night with the Devil. So let's get into it. Late Night with the Devil was released March 22nd, 2024. This movie revolves around a late night talk show host who is struggling to keep up with his fantastic ratings. Starring David Dastmalchian, most memorable for his role in Ant-Man, and he was also the schizophrenic cop in the Dark Knight series, the police officer or the cop that Heath Ledger's Joker character kidnaps. Believe it or not, this movie is loosely based on real-life events, stories, and urban legends from late-night talk show hosts in the past, the 70s and 80s to be more particular. It pays very, very close attention to the fascination of those events and explores the darker side that lurks beneath the surface. The movie incorporates elements inspired by satanic rituals, symbolism, and the overall eeriness that is something for those who enjoy a good mystery, along with a good horror story. Definitely going to enjoy. You guys are going to love this movie. This movie touches base on some very, very real groups of people. And one of those groups is a group here in California between where I live and San Francisco called the Bohemian Grove. It goes back to the 1800s and has been incorporated in all kinds of urban legends. People have tried to break into this place, this organization, this camp. It is said to have rituals, summer camps for very, very wealthy presidents, past presidents, actors. A lot of wealthy individuals are a part of this organization. The main character, Jack, is a member of the Grove, and he is visited by a spirit that he prays to or worships there at the Grove. Jack loses his wife to cancer, and some say, or I theorize, that Jack ultimately sacrificed his wife in one of these retreats at the Grove to continue his fame and his popular ratings. The ratings are however dwindling. I guess the soul of his wife, his dying wife, wasn't good enough, and so his ratings start to dwindle. He brings on a series of individuals, two in which are based off of two actors, I guess magicians from the 70s and 80s who were brought on to actual television shows to, in question whether or not they had actual either telepathic abilities or clairvoyance. And a gentleman who used to travel around the United States back in the 70s and 80s would go around with a check and offer this check to these individuals if they could prove that their skill was indeed factual and true. And I don't think that he ever passed the check. As a matter of fact, I don't think that he did. This movie kind of touches base on that a little bit. It's an awesome, thought-provoking film. It's very, very well done. You feel like you're in a time machine. I felt like as soon as the movie started, I was watching some rerun from a VHS my grandmother had. and it really took me back. And with that being said, I'm going to have to give Late Night with the Devil a 6.3. 6.3. It's great. It's got symbolism. It's got hidden meanings. There's a story behind a story behind a story. Everything ties in very tightly at the end. There's some, real elements, like real life elements to this movie. I thought it was great. I thought that it was great for a horror movie. I really wish that we'd see some more like this. And if you're a horror movie fan, do yourself a favor, go check this movie out. Cast is great, acting is great, digital effects were but you can't ask for everything. The story was amazing. The story was amazing. I was completely happy with it. So, if you like horror movies, if you like movies in general, do yourself a favor and go out there and check out Late Night with the Devil. And if you haven't been here before, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down there. I'm like 3 or 4 away from my 100 subscriber goal. First major goal. Once that happens, something big is going to be happening. So I hope that you guys stay tuned. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for visiting me on this late night with the devil. And I'll be seeing you guys soon. Until then, stay golden and watch a movie. I love you guys. Bye.